What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Brandon here with the West Texas Hunting Guys. We're here to do a review today on the Tactacam Reveal SK cellular game camera. This is a camera that we got a few months back, and we really wanted to test it out. We've been running, various other types of trail cams over the past several years. We'd heard a lot of good things about Tactacam and wanted to try it out for ourselves. So right out the gate, as you can see, the SK solar, SK stands for solar. So this is the solar model. One thing that's kind of cool about this is the solar panel actually detaches from the camera itself. It's got this cord here, which means you can spin it around to the back side or side of a tree, side of a T-post, however you have it mounted. You don't have to have this pointing the same direction as the camera does, which is a pretty good benefit, because there's times you want the camera in a specific spot and probably not facing the sun, but on this one you can have it facing away from the sun but spin the solar panel around to the back, which is pretty helpful. It's got a 24 megapixel camera, very clear, easy to see pictures. It also has a pretty easy setup here. It's just on, setup, and off. There's not a whole lot of frills or fancy things there. It does not have a display, which is, for me, okay. I've never really been worried too much about the display, but it does have an on-demand picture function. As you're setting it up, you can click on demand. That way you can see where it is aiming. Okay, so it does have the ability to upload or send you pictures at various time frames depending on how you set it up. It could be once a day, it could be twice a day. It also has a mode called timely, which in other companies they might call it each detection. One thing we were concerned about is if we had it on timely or each detection mode, would it drain that battery down? One thing we found is that with this solar adapter and with the lithium battery, it did not drain the battery anymore at all. In fact, we started with the camera at 60%, put it on each detection or timely, and it still got all the way up to 100% battery life and held it at that. So that was actually really impressive for us. One thing that's nice about the Tactacams is they come with two SIM cards, an AT&T and a Verizon. So every Tactacam you buy can do either or. You just pick which one is better for your area and you plug that one in. Also very noticeable are the two large antennas, which is pretty different than most of the other trail cams out there. And we'll say through our experience, they do get better reception than a bunch of the other ones that we've used. We've put them in areas that don't have great service, and previous other cameras haven't worked at all, and this actually did. One kind of cool thing too is you can unscrew off one or both of these and hook them up to an aftermarket or even a different trail cam, like a Spy Point cell booster. We hooked a Spy Point cell booster up to this, ran it up the top of a tree, and it actually worked really well and boosted the signal. So these are kind of universal ports there. Also, one thing to talk about is the app. Tactacam does have a pretty user-friendly app. Really no issue going through there, looking at cameras, figuring out which camera you're using, pulling up pictures, all very simple. I will say the setup is a little bit clunkier than other cameras. One thing to mention is the Tactacam Reveal SK is kind of a SD card snob. All the previous SD cards that we used did not work with this one. It does require a Class 10 U3 SD card, and it actually prefers the name brand ones. If you get like the non-name brand SD cards, more often than not, it won't work. So definitely pay attention to that when you're buying. Make sure you pick up an appropriate SD card. However, once it is set up, we haven't had a single issue with it at all. So once it gets up and going, you're good to go, and it should be pretty reliable. The retail price on these is $179.99, so a little bit maybe more expensive than like a Spy Point or something like that, but again, pretty reliable and overall a good buy. So overall, we've been really happy with the Tactacam Reveal SK. We'll be adding more of them to our rotation. Just a very solid camera overall. We haven't had any issues thus far. If you have any questions about them or comments, again, we've got at least one full season into it now, so hopefully we can answer some of those questions, but drop those down in the comment section below. Again, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We're also over on Instagram at West Texas Hunting Guys. We'll see you next time.